Apple introduced a new smartwatch last year, and this year you can buy it as you can with a lot of Android-Wear devices, like for example the Sony Smartwatch 3. Sony has their 3rd generation smartwatch. This year there's the 4th generation probably coming out, and this is really a smart device, and you can see that we have a TFT display with a 320 times 320 pixel resolution. Apple has almost a similar resolution here, but of course they have a little bit different design, as you will see when I take out the Sony Smartwatch here out of the strap, which you can of course also remove like with most of the devices, as you can with the Apple One, where you can just easily remove the straps here by pressing in this bottom part, and then you can just take out here the straps left and right also. So you have two tiny smartwatches here against each other that have similar features but not that similar features, because for example here on the right the Sony has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in and NFC, so you can easily of course connect with your smartphone. But for example Apple has also Wi-Fi built in and also Bluetooth, but no and also NFC, but they use it for making it able to pay with your smartwatch here if you would want that. And the big difference here is that we have a heart rate sensor on the Apple, and the Sony actually doesn't have that, but they have GPS inside, which for example Apple doesn't have, so Sony is maybe a little bit better for sporty people. Also the battery is a lot bigger here with the Sony Smartwatch 3, but you can see also in size it's a lot bigger, so there's a lot more space for the battery. With Apple you last maybe 1.5 days, and with Sony you can go up to 96 hours. Otherwise, sensor wise, and they have both the light sensor, accelerometer, and a gyroscope inside. As I said, here is a heart rate sensor also. Sony doesn't have that, but with Sony you don't need an extra adapter to charge it, and you just open up here the bottom part, and then you can easily connect your standard micro USB cable to get some power for your watch and use it every day quite nicely here with the display that's always on if you want it to be always on, so it can just dark down a little bit after a while here on TFT, and when the sun is shining you can perfectly read it. The colors will be not that nice, but you can see here that you have a permanent display, which is quite nice. With Apple you can see it reacts when I move it around, but then you have this beautiful screen with the high resolution retina, but it's not possible to have your display always on like here, but yeah, the battery life is still here not as good. Then you have also here the possibility to use this little wheel on the side, the crown, and with Apple, Sony doesn't have that. Everything is by touch, but it would be a hard decision which one to get. Of course the Apple one is a little bit smaller and it looks nicer, but for runners, for example, I would definitely say Sony is also not that bad, especially for the GPS, and also both have Bluetooth built in. But with the Apple One you don't need your smartphone to listen to music, for example. You can directly connect this one to your headset. With Sony you have also a little bit of internal memory, but that's usually only for the apps and not really for the for listening to music from your smartwatch. Also there is only a microphone on the Sony one. On Apple we also have a speaker here built in, but I'm not sure what that is for, because you usually don't need a speaker for notifications. I think the vibration is just enough here with the Apple Watch, which of course Sony also has. So thank you much for tuning in. This was just a short comparison here of the Apple Watch 38mm version versus the Sony Smartwatch 3, which is also called the SW50. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and thank you much for watching.